9 tips for starting a long-distance relationship. Couples often face challenges that will test not only their love for each other but their commitment to their relationship. One of the biggest events that young lovers often experience is spending time away from each other, and sometimes for a long time. A long-distance relationship is not an easy stage. Still, most couples who manage to survive and overcome its trials can tell you that it's one of the best things that happened to them because aside from learning from the challenges that come with it, they were able to confirm that what they have is real and worth waiting for. If you're about to be in the same situation very soon, this video will give you everything you need to make a long-distance relationship work. How? By knowing how to take the first steps. Here are some inspiring tips for starting a long-distance relationship. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share it with your friends. Remember to subscribe and click on the notification bell for new video updates. 1. Talk about your short-term and long-term plans as a couple. Plans and promises are two things that can strengthen a relationship even if it's a long-distance relationship. So it's important to be clear about how you both see the future. In other words, you have to be concise about what you'll need to accomplish not just as a couple but as individuals. For instance, how do you see yourself a year from now? What are your goals while you're away from each other? What are the things that you want to do once you get reunited? 2. List down the thing that you can do together, even if you're apart. You should not let long-distance relationships stop you from having fun together. It's important to make a list of the things and activities that you can do as a couple because it will lighten the burden of longing. You have to be creative and think of something that will help you feel connected no matter how far away you are from each other. 3. Anticipate the worst possible scenarios and plan how to deal with them. A long-distance relationship can be pretty challenging and not to mention complicated. You have to expect a lot of trials that will really push the limits of your patience and test your love for your partner. Unfortunately, there's no way to prevent all of these because there is no such thing as a perfect relationship. However, it doesn't mean that you can't do anything about it. But how? Think of an effective counterattack and a game plan to help you overcome and endure the most trying times. For instance, it's normal to have arguments and disagreements. What you can do is find the best, doable, and realistic strategy to resolve these issues every time they show up. 4. Tell your friends and family about the impending status of your relationship. You have to let the people you love know what will happen in your relationship so they'll know just what to do for you. A strong support system is important, especially if you don't want to feel alone. Your family and friends can help alleviate the longing and loneliness of being away from your partner. 5. Talk about how you should handle fights and disagreements in a long-distance relationship. In relation to item number 3's example, you should know how to deal with arguments and disagreements in a long-distance relationship. It can be extremely difficult to handle situations like these because, aside from not being physically together, it's tough to express how you truly feel through a phone call or a video call. This is true especially for people who are not so good with words. 6. Find ways to stay connected. Phone calls, emails, letters, postcards, etc. If your partner is going to a place where communication will be a challenge, then you're really up for a difficult setup. For example, what would you do if your partner gets an assignment in which he has to go to a remote and off-the-grid location? How about if your partner decided to work on a cruise ship and they'll spend weeks in the middle of the ocean and months traveling the world? You have to figure out ways to stay connected because communication is one of the factors that should not be absent if you want your long-distance relationship to last. 7. Agree to meet and visit each other at least once or twice a year. If the circumstances of your long-distance relationship allow it, you have to see each other at least once or twice a year, especially if you'll be away for a long time. You have to reconnect and feel each other's physical presence to remind yourself of the wonder of what being together feels like. Plan a holiday together, travel somewhere unforgettable, and spend a precious 1 or 2 day vacation. 8. Prepare yourself and be strong, mentally and emotionally. No matter how strong your love for each other is, a long-distance relationship will never fail to make you realize that love can bring both happiness and sadness. In fact, being in a long-distance relationship can be emotionally and mentally exhausting because you'll have to make an extra effort just to prove your love and to do your part as a boyfriend or girlfriend. First of all, you have to accept the fact that you might not see your partner for months or sometimes years. Secondly, you have to embrace the reality that your partner will not be there for you all the time. 9. Focus on the goals and stay committed to your relationship. In connection with the first section, both of you have to focus on the goals that you made together. A long-distance relationship may be difficult, and sometimes it will give you a reason to give up. The only way to overcome them is to look forward to a better and happier future when you're finally reunited. Think of this experience as one of the tests of true love. If you survive this with your significant other, then you'll know that what you have is special and worth all the sacrifices. As a famous line accurately puts it, it won't be easy, but it will all be worth it in the end. You both have to be strong enough to take the first and the last step. Good luck! Please leave your comment below if you have anything to share with us. Thanks for watching out.